Welcome to Brands Hatch in the TCR Endurance event. Gone with the trusty old Honda Civic with a set of hard tyres. As far as I can tell, all the other touring cars are on medium tyres. Now, the weather is not on our side. It's not wet enough to justify wet tyres, but it's also not dry enough really to justify hard tyres, but I think it's probably the best place to be. Making a few places through this first corner, out the other side, we are on expert rules, so damage is a thing in this race. As you can see, it's 29 laps, which is almost 1 hour of racing at Brands Hatch. It's going to be quite interesting really, because all the AI are set on level 8, which is the highest level, and considering we've only done 2 corners, we're already up to P16 out of 24, which is absolutely ideal. Make that P15, and providing we can actually make use of this corner here and not run it too wide on the outside, not going to happen. Back down to 16th place, and away we go down this back straight. Yeah, everybody is still pretty much 2x2, which is absolutely ideal. Sadly, first place is 4 seconds away, and that will only keep increasing as the laps progress. So it kind of is beneficial to get your foot down, get making places quite early on, and try and bunny hop your way up to at least P3 to P4 area, where the normal AI mentals are pretty much setting incredible lap times, and it's kind of hard to keep up with them. Coming through here, everybody's bottlenecking to some degree, which is very handy. It means we can feather our way through a few places here and there. Although this track is quite tight, and the AI are still pretty much satisfied with staying 2x2, you know, it can be done, can kind of bully your way through. The AI will kind of give up and move out of the way to a certain degree. Some of them actually do not, and they will fight you. And it's kind of a 50-50 chance on what is going to happen. Gaining another place up to P14 by the start of lap 2, banking it round for turn 1, and hopefully going to make another position here, and sending it through that corner there. And I have no idea how we didn't hit the Astra to our left hand side, but what a beautiful overtake it was. Up the inside of the next Astra, following the link through. Out the other side, we got a little bit of contact there. Can we dive bomb the link to a certain degree? It's going to be kind of a way we can do it. Yes, keep them on the outside, and then through the next corner we'll have that place as well. Although that link does seem to have a good bit of power on it. Well, one caveat to racing TCR in career mode is it hasn't got the same BOP balance as you do in online races. So while yes, I'm in the good old trusty Honda Civic and it's really competitive car in online racing, not so much in offline career mode racing. Other cars like the Link are a little bit quicker, the Audi is the Audi, and I think the Levorgs are still the fastest in offline racing, which is really interesting really, because they're the slowest in online. They do have a little trick up their sleeve though. We will explore that later on in the video. Coming around, having a great old battle with the Link on the inside. Ultimately, bravely, they backed out at the last second, giving us that position. We are a little bit away from the fart can up ahead, and you can see the Levorg has really dropped down behind us. So that is a separated pack. We just need to catch up to the fart can up in front and try bunny hop in those positions as well. I mean, not too bad. By the end of lap 2, start of lap 3, we are already in position 11, which is absolutely ideal. But it did take us an extra 3 laps to actually make some ground on that fart can, and considering that's only position 11, kind of good going. Again, everybody else is on medium tyres, and while ourselves being on hard is at a disadvantage, there is always method to the madness, and that being overtaking the fart can. No, seriously, that would be the fact of we don't have to pit as often as the AI cars. Again, if all goes to plan, and not everything goes the way you want it to go, sadly. Great news is we're on position 10 now, so we're in the top 10, or on the top 10, absolutely ideal. 1.2 seconds away from the Audi up in front, who's also about 1.2 seconds away from the said car after that. At least we are not under pressure from the car behind, who is 1.1 second away. As coming around for turn 1, just got to make sure we don't butcher it up and end up going into the sandpit, because that would destroy all momentum we have gained up to now, and ultimately braving those track limits right there as we brake for the 100 board down. 1.5 seconds away from the Audi to 1.6. We actually have lost a little bit of time there. Again, I don't think hard tyres are ideal in this weather. As you can see, we're pretty much sideways through turn 3. While not the fastest way of corner entry, definitely looked the best overall. By lap 10, we still haven't caught up to the Audi. We have gained a bit of time away from the car behind though, which gives us a bit of breathing space needed to make sure we can keep the pressure on and keep applying the power and try and be as fast as you can whilst in the wet weather on hard tyres. Like I say though, they're doing really well. The tyre wear is at 3 times, and considering they are on hard tyres, medium tyres, I would have thought the tyres would have given up by now. The penalty system hasn't though. Pixel over the line is definitely worth a 0.1 second penalty, especially when you've lost time through, being slow through that corner. At least it is only 0.1 second, and I will say though, career mode or offline racing, the penalty system does seem to be a lot fairer than it does online. Definitely seems a bit more accurate. We don't get a penalty for that one though. Yep, and that was over the line. Okay, everybody is now joining the pits, all in tandem together. Yep, you can definitely tell it's AI racing. Thing is though, hindsight is a valuable thing, and there's a reason that everybody went to the pits. You can hear it. You can see it. As soon as I left the pit other side, and there's my reaction there. The weather starts howling down. So hard tyres probably weren't the ideal choice. Neither was not following everybody else in the pits. Talk about timing for a weather change. So now, while we are in first position, we have to do 1 lap on hard tyres in the absolute pouring down rain. Not ideal. It's not going to be fun. Well, it might be a little bit of fun, but we are not going to be fast. That is that. And I think, if anything, when we go through the pits out the other side, we're going to be pretty much back to where we started, because this lap is going to be horrendous. And you can already see that position 2 is out of the pits already, 15 seconds behind us, and we can't even turn in for this corner. I think maybe the gravel is probably grippier and the grass than the tarmac itself. Still spinning in second gear there. Absolute work of art. All that power from the Honda Civic is delivering. I hope I don't actually get a penalty for this. No, we don't. Absolutely ideal. So yeah, hindsight is a valuable thing. AI clearly had it because they all went to the pits at the correct time. Us thinking, do you know what? We have hard tyres, we have plenty of tread left. We can extend this a bit more, Nope, definitely bit us in the backside. And being half an hour almost into the race, no chance that we're going to restart and use this to our advantage. No way. Plus, it might change as well. You never know. But we are now 2.4 seconds away from the car behind as we enter the pit. So we lost 13 seconds from all of that. And you can see now coming out of the pits at this side, it has gone a lot darker, and we're in position 17. Yeah. We have got wet tyres though, which is obviously really helpful. Car behind, 10 seconds away. Car up in front, 3 seconds away. So nothing like a little bit of a reset at a third way point into the race. Kind of brutal if you ask me, how everybody else managed to get a weather update and yet we were left out hanging, clearly not paying enough for the weatherman this time around. Or weatherwoman, who knows. Either way, we can start slowly making places back. I mean, even these wet tyres are kind of struggling. We are lap 12, still 3 seconds away from the car up in front, and it did take us another lap before we actually start catching up to the Pugwa up in front. I think that's kind of a good name for it, Pugwa, not Peugeot. And it's kind of nice because you don't really see that car in TCR racing because A, online isn't all that good, and B, is slow. Offline, I think it's pretty good actually. I think that we could do with another rebalance of a lot of the TCR cars for online racing, due to the fact that some of the balancing still kind of off to a certain degree. And you know, in real TCR racing, a lot of cars are much closer together. And yeah, I think it would be nice to have a little bit more of a rebalance, a little bit more of a refresh as well. Maybe a little bit of a reshuffle. You know, try and knock some of the top pedestals off the leaderboard, car-wise, like the Audi and the Fart Can, things like that, the most dominating ones. MG braked a little bit earlier than expected, so we'll give them a little bit of a rear-end kiss. up the inside, and another position gain. So, yep, another lap later, we've only gained 2 positions, so we're in P15. 3.2 seconds away from the car up in front though, rocking a lovely 0.6 second penalty thanks for another off track. We're only halfway through this race and we only have to find 15 more places, 24 more seconds to be precise to catch up to position 1. Easier said than done, but the AI are known for making mistakes, and hopefully we'll be able to capitalize upon said mistakes if the AI do feel like committing to some. 25-second lead though is kind of rough to find. By lap 15 though, we have caught up to a little bit of time, 0.8 seconds away from the Audi in front, who is also getting, I would say, stuck behind the Astra, which is ideal for us. Another thing is we gained 3 seconds from position 1, so slowly but surely making a little bit of time back. I don't think rubber banding, if that's the right term for it, is that prevalent in career mode, especially when the AI is set to level 8. I don't think it is. I don't really notice it, so I think it's more everybody's set to their precise pace times and expectations, rather than the car behind or the player is far away, slow down, and the player's catching up, speed up kind of thing, you know. I'm definitely struggling to try and make places here, and we're only in position 14. So yeah, it's fun though. It's definitely fun, and it's really nice because, to be fair, credit where credit's due, the AI isn't all that bad at this track. I think they're pretty good. We still have plenty of time left to go though, and we overtook the Audi. Just need to overtake this Vauxhall to our left hand side, which is actually a very good car for this track, I will say that. One car I haven't driven in a long time though is that Mercedes up in front. I see it now and again, and when I do see it, it's winning. But then you'll see it again for a long time. So it's a kind of a car that you don't see on track very often. I think tracks like Maple Valley and places like that is where that Mercedes really excels. As we come sideways into this corner here, look beautiful, aimed in the right place, and I think I should gain some time. 1 second away from position 12 ahead, and thankfully 1.3 seconds away from the car behind. There is that thing where you overtake a car and they do seem to drop off and forget that they're racing. I don't know why. Whether they see like a proximity thing and get a bit nervous and back off, I don't know. But yeah, that's still a thing. And then suddenly when you're out the way, they catch back up. No idea. But welcome to the world of weird AI systems. And you'd think after 20 years of development in AI technology that you'll actually make AI racing a lot more realistic than what it is, like following a predetermined path, and here's some extra paths you can go on, and here's the times you should be setting, whether it's achievable or not in realistic terms, but this is the expectation. Now you can see the Mercedes up in front is defending. Yeah, that one was new. I wasn't expecting the AI to defend as they did, but they did defend this corner, and up the inside we go. Catching up to the next Vauxhall Astra up in front, Crazy 8 right there, braking down a second gear, and the Link in front of that. Now, kind of a funky way to took that corner there. I think they had a little bit of understeer as they went through, but if they keep making mistakes, we'll be able to capitalise on that. And being right up behind them through this next corner, damn it, I was hoping to swing out to the left before I actually clipped the rear end. Can we send it up the inside, or we're going to hang up the outside and have a better run? Up the inside we go. Going to be a drag race to the end, and if anything, I think that Vauxhall Astra might beat us. They definitely do seem to have the quicker car. I always thought the AI's default tune setup was the stock tune setup, so they'll have front and rear downforce. So that car being as competitive as ourselves, who has a fully tuned setup, got me kind of nervous and thinking, unless they tune their car. This is what I don't like as well with offline racing, is you can set it up as a TCR lobby or a GT lobby, whatever lobby you want. And then you can still tune the car afterwards to match a certain PI rating, which is not right. I think either you should be able to choose a BOP, which is what they have online, or as the car is designed, you know, and that's going to be a penalty right there. Oh, it's not. Oh, okay. Well, by lap 18, we have gained a few more positions. We are now back on the top 10. Hopefully we don't fall off again and end up being last. but I will say tyre wear is a thing we have to now be concerned about. And with the link being in front of us as well, are they going to go into the pits? They are not. Right, let's go up the inside, absolutely claim that position. Then we will be inside the top 10, but 2.3 seconds away from Captain Slow up in front, who we have seen race before. They are not slow, so kind of a misleading name, shall we say. And considering they're also in position 8, can't be that slow. They are in the fart can though, and we all know the fart can is relatively fast. Not as agile as it looks though. I would say that. You'd think for a car being that size would be a little bit more agile. It's not, but it is absolutely quick. 1.3 seconds away from them, 15.9 seconds away from position 1. That's turned to 16 seconds, which is actually really good news. We have slowly been chipping away at the leaderboard time overall. Just need some more time to be able to do said things. Said things are going to come to our favour though, as we come to the end of lap 19, start of lap 20. Most of the cars are going into the pits, which does give us a massive helping hand. We're now up to P5, which, yeah, it's great news, although sadly position 1 is still 15 seconds away. We still claimed another second back, but this is where I say tyre wear is starting now to be a factor in this race. Those cars are going into the pits, more than likely gone for another set of wet tyres as their tyres are starting to wear. Our tyres are not that far behind. The thing is, we don't have time to pit, else we won't finish in a decent position. We'll be back to position 9. We have to keep pushing on, kind of tyre save to a certain degree, and make this work. We have zero time to pit. 13 seconds away from position 1, and position 2 is probably not too far behind them. I would say the car up in front is going to go into the pits at the end of this lap anyway. So yeah, we have to keep soldiering on, claim every position we can get, else we're not going to finish this race in a good position at all. Almost butchering up that corner there. Thankfully the AI wasn't aggressive enough or smart enough to try and do a cut back on us, but they sort of had a wiggly moment through that corner there and heavily backed out. 2.1 seconds away from suboptimal up in front, so hopefully that'll be another position gain. Then we'll be on the podium. Suboptimal being in the beautiful Honda Civic, coming down this back straight. They have not pitted at all, but we have gained time upon them. 0.4 seconds away. Our skiddy pants behind in position 5 is 20 seconds away, so we have a lot of breathing space. Position 2 is Lavore, undertaking the Honda Civic to our left hand side. Hopefully they back out. They did back out, gives us plenty of room to make this corner work. There we go. And position 1 also looks like a Lavore. Not ideal. This is why I say offline racing, if you're doing TCR, the Lavore always seems to be the winning cars. Yeah, because it is really quick. And by lap 22, we are now right behind Just Purple and position 1. Not too sure where we found those 15 seconds though. It's literally like them two cars heavily slowed down, which, is that rubber banding? I don't know. It's, where did we find 15 seconds in a matter of 5 laps, but in 20 laps we couldn't find 15 seconds, you know? It's weird. You know, I don't think they both crashed. What's the chance of that? But yeah, I'm not grumbling though. I'm not grumbling. We're only 0.2 seconds away from the green Lavore up in front. I kind of like that, and the alloys look nice on it as well. Kind of a bland but nice choice of livery to use. The Lavore behind is now 1.4 seconds away, and if all goes to plan, the Lavore that is now behind us will also back off through this race. My front left-hand tyre has clicked onto minor wear. Front right-hand tyre is not too far away, and we still have quite a few laps remaining of this race. I don't think they are on the same kind of tyre wear path as we are, and this is where things are going to unfold against us, because the longer we keep going, the worse our tyres are going to be. And as you can see, these tyres are struggling to find grip. The cars behind, I don't think we're going to have that same struggle, which is not ideal, and neither was that corner cut. Oh, no penalty, I can't grumble there. Not all that much either way. 0.9 seconds away from the Lavores behind, but keeping pace with now 2 front tyres on minor wear is not ideal. And by lap 26, we actually caught up to, well, lapping the cars. So that is position 24 in front of us right there. But our front tyres are on moderate wear. The car behind, or the Logitech behind, is only 1.7 seconds away, and we still have 2 laps remaining of this race. Yeah, it's still all downhill from here, and I generally don't think they have that level of wear. Never mind the fact of, does the AI understand that they have that kind of level of wear, and does that affect their driving? I do not know, and I don't think that is the case as we go into the back of 7 Up in front of us here. Sorry about that, buddy. It happens. As a little bit of clumsiness going there. It does make me laugh though, because that car is still trying to compete with us here. You know, we're lapping you, my friend. You got nothing to worry about. You're still ages away from the car in front. But they are still remaining competitive, so credit where credit's due to the AI. Has zero understanding that they are being lapped. I mean, they're giving us a hand in this drag race situation now. I mean, a bit of side draft is always helpful. What's not going to be helpful is them not backing out for this corner and ourselves having to back out for this corner. So well played to the AI here. And yeah, what a brute of a machine. So only took the 24th place to be lapped to discover competitive driving. Especially on the last 2 laps of the race, it's not going to be ideal. I'd rather them be competitive to the cars behind, as we touched a bit of grass and the MG has gone off track there. So accidents do happen even with the AI. Said accident has brought the cars behind us right up to us, and yeah, that's not helpful whatsoever. 0.9 seconds away, as the Elantra in front also falls victim to the outside pit there. Still battling with the link to our right side though. Thank you for the helping hand in that corner. These tyres are not willing to turn much anymore. So I'm going to get in front of you, block you off, and hopefully you can hold up the 2 Logitechs behind us. You can see now we're on severe tyre wear. Even the game's telling me, Flash, you need to pit, you idiot. Yeah, not ideal. We just lost 2 positions there. And there was no bringing that car back on the track. It was gone, you know. It is what it is. Thankfully, we are 24 seconds away from position 4 behind, which is needed. I'm not going to lie, these tyres are absolutely ruined. And this is why I say the Logitechs have that secret thing in their pocket where tyre wear, you know, it's just nowhere near the level of all the other TCR cars because they're rear-wheel drive. And they benefit heavily so much from that. You know, 20 seconds AI-wise from the cars behind. I mean, I do think that link in front is actually holding the Logitechs up, which is, you know, it is helpful. I'm not going to complain about that, but it's not enough for us to be able to catch them up, which does suck to a certain degree. Question is though, was it a good race? Absolutely. And it's nice to see that in a featured career mode event that, you know, the cycle monthly, we have an endurance TCR race. There are other races as well there, hypercars and vintage cars, things like that is worth checking out. And I've got to say, credit where credit's due, the AI actually were really good to race with on this track. Like I say, some of the tracks are just not there, you know, lack of testing, whatever. This track had a lot of testing by the looks of it because they are really, really good. And it has been an absolutely fun race overall. We actually might be in a chance here for position 2. Just car turn, car not turn. Logitech had to help me stay on the track. Yeah, and the 0.6 second penalty isn't helpful, but we still got P3 overall. Thank you all for watching.